Sorry. Batho ba Facebook ke maranyane. Okay, let's continue. Where was I? Now I was
Immortality.
I was concluding on immortality. Or it's only God who has got immortality. You also recall hore hona le temana e nngwe, I can't remember it from the top of my head, but it should be somewhere here. Eri, the soul that sinneth it shall die, emphasizing hela hore ha motho a leoha o tla swa. So now when we come to spiritualism, what is spiritualism? Hongwe, I'm going to read here what the author here says about spiritualism. He says, if the dead are completely insensate, with whom or what do spiritualist mediums communicate? Every honest person will admit that at least some of these phenomena are fraudulent, but others cannot be explained as such. There obviously is some supernatural power connected with spiritualism. What does the Bible teach on this point? So, spiritualism, they there are many forms of spiritualism. If we go to Makomakwe, we have got psychics. We have got people who read the palms. You have got people who claim to talk to gods. In the Bible times, Nebuchadnezzar had people who go and call the magicians and the astrologers and all that. So these were the people who claimed to talk to spirits and gods. So also these people, indeed, they have got spirits that they are communicating to, but who are they then talking to? And I like what the author says here. The other thing where you can take to say, nya kana batho bangwe ba fake hela ba like te re bone mo itshireletse ba dira dio tsa bone hela go ba fake, but others are real. Dio tse di dirahalang. And I want us to be practical in our approach in this, because ke dio tse leng gore di a dirahala in kgotsa re dutwa le tse di dirahala very close to us. Go na le gongwe ha ke bua hela gore when I grew up nna ke goletse go gumara ne re ha re tsamaya re ya go merakeng yana, ebe e re ha o tsama ne go itse gore ha wa tshwanela o tsamaya bosigo. Ha o ka tsamaya letsatsi le phirima hale be o tshwarwa ke bosigo mo tseleng, ha ntse o tsamaya ta bona go shuba mollo mo hibidu hale, gantele go shuba bo hibidu hale, gantele bo shuba hape le hago. O tsa gore go dirahala eng, ba go bolela gore ke sembekete. These were things tse leng gore di boihisa. Last time we were holding this study last time mo lapeng. I had my aunt here, so ona re bolela ka story se sengwe se leng gore I will share this one because it's inside the family, so ha ona ka ntare tantshu. Okay. Apparently, my great grandfather inele ngaka stswa. So ha sana toka hala, he gave some instructions gore go sa le go dirwa eng. Inele ngaka pula. So irile ha ba tsentse gore ba dire ba follow the direction. They follow some directions, but apparently ne go tona le go timphatsa pula. Irile ba go thatswa dilwana. I bona ba tsa phatsa pula ba elata. A be re ko morago ya no go ne go dua go mabiteng hela go le motshegare hela ape maru ke a thiba maru ba a thiba go ise go e ka pula ke ha ena o ta ise go se re ke pula e sa ra hela le ga di mate ne la rala lanto moana nna mo teng ha go sianwa go botsa batho gore le dirileng a be go teng ya phatsa pula kana ha re e bone batho ba taboga ba ta phatsa pula ba ta ba gona o te ba e be teng ho pula be isimolla go subside magadima ya la subside ba khantela go phatalla tsama. And you can see that these things are real. Has a story say look or somebody has just cooked up. It's something that actually happened. I've got other similar stories that I cannot share in this platform because they are mabatoba. But these are real things that are happening. I was just trying to emphasize when the author is saying some of these things are real. Hasi do say lo gore batho ba di thamela hela. So, but where do they come from? They come from the issue here, Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. Satan ari, you shall not surely die. Before do we have any other comment on what I have said so far?
Now I've had a similar experience. I studied the Bible with my neighbor who was then doing standard 6. So he had a state of the dead. I wonder, not good malani because my grandmother, who died many years ago, wow. So what I would like no, it was the evil spirits. No, it's not good malani because hell would give the evil spirits a high busula. Then what I would give you a high mola peñana. But whenever she comes home, some standard 6, but this is their reasoning. When she came, the last time she came, Aria, she came to warn my mom to stop smoking because if she doesn't stop smoking, then she's going to die. So I want her, if it was the devil, I don't know, continue smoking, but she comes and she says, stop smoking because it's bad for you. So this was the dilemma. I'm telling him, that's not the grandmom, it's just an evil spirit. And yet the evil spirit brings good news or brings good warnings or something. Yes. So yeah, it's there, it's happening.
Mm-hmm. On a similar story, on a similar note, we can refer to the story that's written in the Bible. Saul and the widow of Endor. When Saul had, God could not communicate to him whether by dreams or visions or anything, and then what he ended up doing, he ended up going to the witch of Endor. Samuel. Yeah. Samuel. And then the witch did what she did. But the essence of what I want to get to, this spirit or whatever that came up says a prediction. And that prediction, Yare, when Saul and your sons, Samuel. And indeed, during the battle the following day, Saul and his sons were killed in the battle. So, these things, Jota, hadi tamele hair. So basically, these issues now that they have been there, they have also crept into the church, And they have agreed the church, the Christendom as a whole. Even these ideas of spiritualism, we find them in the church. Now some of those teachings they learn di supa gore batho ha ba swa tota ha se gore ba shwele di are rama as Christians. And like Oji Nabua, that issue e le gore somebody now o hella e le gore it's in a dilemma, because if this is an evil spirit, why is it bringing a good counsel? And actually, if you always hear the stories it's people who have an encounter with the dead. They'll never tell you these spirits were encouraging me to do something bad. At least so far, I haven't heard of the ones that were outrightly saying no, they were encouraging me to do something bad. And the funny thing is that I always say to people, not to me it's funny, even if somebody once they die and they become these spirits, all of a sudden they gain this wisdom, they gain all these good spirits and insights, and they're always going to be telling you how you should live your life. Okay, let's read Revelation chapter 12 verse 4 and 9.
Verse 4, his tail drew a third of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth, to devour her child as soon as it was born. Then 9, what, 5 to 9 or 5 and 9?
4 and 9.
Then I'll read verse 9. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Okay, thank you. So this is actually the basis. Actually, the basis of spiritualism is this: the fallen angels who came up with the devil are the spirits who impersonate people and causes other events to happen as though they were the people that we have the departed, our departed loved ones. Now remember, if these angels came in any other form, we were probably not going to accept them. But now that they come in the form of our departed loved ones, it is easier because those people we related to before. We know who they are, and it's easier to get information from them and execute it. Naturally, whatever they say, even if it's something bizarre, you have got a tendency to believe them than if a total stranger came and said the same thing.
How are the angels? Can I miss the simple to high Nelela?
They are angels. Maybe let me read.
No,
angels, evil angels.
Evil angels.
Demons. Are evil angels not demons?
Yeah, no, they are the same thing.
Okay.
Building on this line of reasoning, Satan and his angels have established a channel of communication through which they can accomplish their deceptions. Through such means as spiritualistic seances, they impersonate the departed loved ones, bringing supposed comfort and assurance to the living. At times, they predict future events, which, when proved to be accurate, give them credibility. The dangerous heresies they proclaim take on the patina of authenticity, even though they contradict the Bible and God's law. Having removed the barriers against evil, Satan has free rein to lead people away from God and to certain destruction. This is the author is saying here, because we have now, in a way, opened a way, a channel to say that our loved ones are able to talk to us. When people die, they are not really dead. Now, the devil uses the same opening that we have opened ourselves at the beginning to come through his evil angels, or the demons, as Jim would like us to emphasize. And then when he does this, they're going to be easier. Like now, another something. Let's just take an example of Eve. Hana Amarauri, you will not surely die, but you will actually become wise as God himself. So he just chips at our security until we have let loose of our security, such that now he can tell us plain outright lies or deceptions. And because we are now open to this, it means we are open to his deceptions.
Can I comment?
Error.
It seems like the devil is putting in more effort than God in terms of winning people over, if he's going to be using supernatural efforts. And for faith, God was just required to use faith. But when it comes to the devil, you see angels who are demons, you get direct messages. But for lack of better words, but it's like there's a lot of adverts, marketing. I'd say the devil is marketing very well. There's a lot of adverts for both alcohol, which is bad for us, but it's all in our faces, and we see it and we go with it. Unlike Bo Molasses, I've never seen an ad of molasses here, which is something supposed to be good for you. How come the things that are good, there's no effort in terms of helping us to make contact with them? But then the devil is doing all this work. I got a wolf here per little lang. How then do we blame people for falling for such traps? I'm just thinking widely.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Thanks, Jim, for bringing that one up. Okay. Now, at least one thing that we should be grateful of is that we are serving a God that gives us a freedom of choice. Now, when there was great chaos in heaven, when 1/3 of the angelic hosts and the devil himself was cast down to this earth, there have been a lot of questions today, but why didn't God stop this? Because he saw it coming. And the next question that perhaps would have arisen out of that would have been, perhaps, if God would have stopped it purposely, would we today see God as a God that gives humanity chance to choose themselves for the right and the wrong? Surely no. Today we would be looking at a God that is a God that makes people to decide their own way, his own way. But God has given us a free will so that we may be able to make a choice between the right and the wrong. Now, I'm trying to address the question that they say, actually, that but it looks like the devil has more power to bring things that are looking very attractive to our sight. And we seem to be falling over these things. But now this is exactly where the freedom of choice comes in. Remember that as we are working on a daily basis, we have our guardian angels with us who are taking our information precisely. Nothing is left for any other information. Everything that you do, he records. Now, this is where we must appreciate to say, at least our choices, God respects them, so that we may be able to see that he's a just, loving God.
Thank you,
Okay,
Mr.
maybe to add on what has already been said, like Jim was saying, maybe it seems like the other opponent is quite silent, which I will tend to not agree with you on that. The devil might seem to be more visible because his actions are seen in almost daily basis. But this is a quotation in Ellen G. White that talks about prayer. It says, if our eyes were to be open just for a minute to see the amount of the effort that God is fighting for us in the spiritual world, some of us all throughout. In other words, God is doing much for his own and those who have called upon. And he says, if we let our children to go out of our yards without sealing them in prayer, we are letting them like cities without walls, so they're vulnerable to the devil and the spirit. We can't justify of what we see and say God is not doing enough. I want to believe that God is doing enough for us. He's fighting on our behalf. It's just that we don't see what is happening in the spiritual realm.
To add on what Innocent is saying, I think if you read from 1 Corinthians 10:13, which reads, no temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to men, but God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with temptation will also make a way of escape that you'll be able to bear it. Like the two speakers have just said, that it's a question of choice. God provides a way of escape. If you side or align yourself with the devil, with the temptation that comes, God cannot force you, but God equips you or shows you the way to take. But if you decide to take the other side, and it says God weighs, he sieves as to whether Malon can overcome this one, so and so can do this one. He can't give you something that is above you.
Perhaps
God is not comparable, and he has no reason to really compete with the devil. Hela ha re lebella o lebella setlhare o utlwa phego ene o e hemang yo ka sekeng wa e tshwara emma wa e tareng is the greatest gift e re neetsweng as the living people. O lebella dilo tse dintsi tse leng gore wena ga o itibile hela mmele wa gago, the type of engine o modimo a go e hileng, the head e tetseng boboko to make discernments between go bona gore go ha yaanong ke a raelesega ke raelwa ke an evil angel kana ke tshwanetse gore ke sale modimo morago. He is not going to compete, and I don't think he will ever compete with the devil. He has laid his road straight ka gore bontsha to read him from nature, to understand him from nature. Ke yo a re ke nesetsa pula ya me ba siame le ba siamologi. You know, the devil will do all the other things to entice you. Aba advertiser. I remember ke le go gongwe o leng gore television hela mo gongwe ha re wa e tobetsa, it's bombarded with this somebody. It's at street number what who can tell you what to talk, who can read the cards, who can do what things that God need not do. Modimo hela go bolela gore ke lerato. I think that is the best advertisement a re neelang. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Okay.